3 games into the new year and Dulwich Hamlet remain unbeaten, and they welcome Chippenham Town to Champion Hill this afternoon. The hosts were involved in an entertaining affair at Weymouth last Saturday, but despite having chances late on, they had to settle for a share of the spoils in a 1-1 draw for the 4th consecutive game. They name an unchanged starting lineup. The visitors haven't won in the last 5 games, form which has forced the board to remove long-serving Mark Collier from his post as manager. Ex-Gloucester boss Mike Cook sits in the dugout for the first time today and makes 4 changes from the side, which drew 2-2 with Hemel Hempstead 11 days ago. Barnes, happy to get forward, try and find a cross now. Low ball in, blocked by the captain Parcell, who punts clear to the halfway line. Smith gets up above Zabrowski, then Taylor's caught by a high one, and Taylor's in real agony there. He's caught by a high boot by George Rigg, and Taylor's going to need some attention. He felt that one. Hope it was nothing too serious for Taylor and he can carry on, but concerned for him at the moment. No card shown by Wayne Cartmel. Behind him is Christian Smith. Held on to the ball nicely there, Taylor. Knew he had a man over his shoulder. Didn't panic. Deborah Mullins turning and shooting from distance. It's on target. Save low from Puddy, the first chance Dulwich have had in this game. Give and go with the throw was good. Cross comes in, it's blocked. There's a chance for Gunn on the edge of the area, and his shot comes into the near post and just wide. Granger, I think, might have had it covered. And more than half of this first half. Chapman took the free kick shot to Monicano, gets it back, sends in a high one from Mullins, trying to head on, and Mullins does head it on, and it's saved. Back pedal on his goal line, drops it at his feet, Will Puddy. McDonald again. On to pass out, Ainsworth almost making something of that. It's almost a sloppy pass by McDonald. Ainsworth alert to it, but ball has come forward. Here's Rigg, across goal, and Chapman just about keeps it away from Pratt. That was a real chance for Chippenham. Chapman gets it away. He's going to spin for a Chippenham man though. Hung back forward. Mullins volleys clear to Rigg at the edge of the area, and he shoots. And Granger, with his first save of the afternoon, dives to his right, prevents it from nestling inside his far corner. Kenny floats in a deep ball away by Pratt. Chapman will bring it down the far side. Dulwich have seen the ball in advanced position in the second half. Chapman sends it a good ball. Taylor will try and get there ahead of the goalkeeper, but Puddy pats the ball down and eventually gets on the loose ball. Taylor flying in. And Jahar as well, 2 goals against Chippenham this season, 2 of his 4 for the club. Deborah will be careful here. Clearing one out towards the right wing. Falston controls. Sends one on for Pratt. Coming inside, sends it across. And it's flicked on, 1-0. Callum Gunner has innovatively flicked it in. I don't know if he knew too much about it, but it's a scrappy goal. But in a scrappy game, it could make all the difference. I say, it almost hit him and caught Granger by surprise. And the first goal of this game goes away. The visitors, they've never beaten Dulwich, but they go 1 up. Beyond this, I don't think it was too much of a surprise to see those 2 players come onto the field. Hopper brings the ball down. It's come for Gunner, the goal scorer. Right-footed cross. Deflects off Smith. Comes to Owen Evans, saved at the near post by Granger. Parried it back to his man and went out for a goal kick in the end. Good smart stop that from Granger. Made sure he wasn't beaten at his near stick. Towards Mullins over him, just behind Clunis. It's going to roll free to Ben Chapman off the post. Struck it so sweetly, and it's at the outside of the post and cannoned away to safety. Balls with Deborah. Oh, he couldn't hit a better ball than that, Ben Chapman. To Monicano. Dulwich need to get him on the ball as often as they can. Can create things with his delivery. It's good ball in. Important header in there by McDonald. Cleared away to Don Vos to volley on. Barnes with the bicycle. And was going off target, but Puddy makes sure he dives on the loose ball. I think it might have been Pratt back there. Chapman, Taylor's going in. Oh, it's cleared away. The referee didn't feel the foul. It was a foul on Puddy as Taylor and him went for the ball. It's come from Monicano on the left now. He dinks it across. Headed on, over! Header flicked into Danny Mills. And he's put it over, and Puddy is furious with the referee. He felt there was a foul on him in there. Mills with a pure instinct header, couldn't keep it down. Deborah. Mullins is leaving it late. Mullins will head on. Smith going in. Drop for Mullins. Mullins! He's equalised! Dulwich score right on the stroke of 90 minutes. Shamir Mullins may have taken a little deflection on his way through. They've been knocking on the door. They've had so little shots on goal in this game. And they've left it late, but they have scored. They scored in the 90th minute at Harden Hewish Park in September. Mullins may well have bailed his side out of trouble. Chapman. High one towards Mullins again. Mills will go in there as well. Headed clear to Monicana. They're really knocking. Monicana. Header. Oh, onto the roof of the net. I think it might have been Mullins again. Back to Monicana again. Barnes, can he get out across? Yes, he can. Keeper's going to come. Gets a little touch on it. Clawed away to Mullins on the right wing. Chapman. Ball went beyond him. It's Deborah now. Chapman on the ball. Sent in. Clunis. Oh, it's comes Mills off the goal line. It deflects off Danny Mills. And Curtis McDonald has put it off the goal line. Just the right place at the right time. Goal now on this place will erupt. Chapman in towards Puddy. Puddy's punched it. Referee's blown for full time in the end as Puddy punches it away. Dulwich left it late as the clock ticked into the first minute of injury time. Shamir Mullins equalised. Gav left it late, but I could tell from your reaction on the sidelines just how much it meant to you, that late goal from Sham.
Yeah, probably the reaction was probably a bit of relief. Didn't really run for us in the last third. I think maybe we either didn't cross the ball early enough, didn't hold the ball up well enough at times throughout the game. So it just didn't really click for us around the edge of the box. But I felt when Danny came on and we did cross the ball well, I always felt that we had a chance. They seemed to drop deeper and deeper, which was good for us. So I was quite positive that we'd score a goal. And when it came, obviously, yeah, it was a bit of relief. Yeah.
Probably the scrappiest game we've had in the last four. We've had a good start to the new year, so you must be pleased that they showed great resolve to keep going right to the end of the game. We didn't really create too many chances in.
Yeah, I think Chippenham done well. I think they set up well. They were defensively sound and compact as a team, and we needed to find another way to hurt them. We couldn't really play through them consistently, and we found ourselves quite desperate at times. So we changed a little bit of our point of our attack, a bit more direct, and got the ball wide and crossed it. And obviously with Sham and Danny, they're going to be big threats at this level. So we found a different way, but we feel that we really should have done a little bit better in the opening 60, 70 minutes.
Did it feel like if you were going to concede, it was going to come from something scrappy because the defence marshalled their attack pretty well today?
Yeah, I still felt sorry for the back four and Charlie in terms of they didn't really have much in the second half to do and find themselves losing a goal. Sort of from an innocuous sort of goal, and it sort of starts feeling like here we go again, because it had come from nowhere, you know. But like you say, great result from the boys. They kept on working. Shamir found a second wind and worked really hard, and Danny came and worked really hard. Naren added to it as well, and I felt with Dom and Quay they were resilient and they worked hard as well, and they kept us moving, and the goal came, you know.
If this game had come maybe 5-6 weeks ago when we were in that bad run of form, do you think the players might have responded differently to going 1-0 down? Do you think you're seeing a change in spirit or in the way they would have chased that down the last 20 minutes today?
Yeah, there's a few individuals we brought in winners, you know, and I think sometimes you need a few individuals who have got that personal mentality to keep going, and the others will sort of work towards that as well and follow. Bringing Danny on as well, you know, you bring in someone who's really a starting 11 player who's got a winning mentality as well. So I think we had enough people on the pitch at the end who've got that driving force now, and you know, used to winning games, and I think the squad as a whole has got that a little bit of a stronger mentality as we go into these games now as well. So I didn't really think we'll give up, and I was really happy and proud to see the way we fought and battled towards the end.
Just finally, it's a bit an important game on Tuesday night. It's our game in hand. Tough team coming down here, but really important we get the 3 points if we're to look at those playoff positions, isn't it?
Yeah, I think for me, I've got to look at it one step at a time, obviously, and try and win games. What we're showing of late is that we're not looking like we're going to lose games, and it'll be very difficult to beat us, which is what obviously every manager wants. We've got to get the balance right, because we look like a team who can score goals, but we've got to get the balance right in terms of our defence to attack. But having a good team, as we know, we had to battle down there in our FA Cup game, and we knew how hard that was on the day. And if we're to get 3 points against Havant, we'll know that we're going to really have to put a good shift in.